Hey guys, and welcome to today's yoga session. Today we're going to be doing a heart opener, so we're going to be opening up our chest, taking some deep breaths in today, and just doing some stretches that feel good for our shoulders, our back, and of course our core. All right, so first thing we're going to do is start off in our cow pose. So first thing you're going to do is get into a tabletop position. Once we're here, we're going to let our back round. And just being here, you can take some deep breaths in. And we're going to take it into our cat pose. Pressing the center of our back all the way to the sky. Maybe we want to shift a little bit back and forth. Back down into our cow position. This time I really want you guys to focus on looking forward, opening up our chest, bringing our shoulders back. And go back into our cat position. Still continuing to breathe here. And last time back into our cow pose. Now from here, we're going to try something a little bit new. All right, so if you don't get it right off the bat, don't worry. You and I are both new at this one. So we're going to go into a tiger pose. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on bringing one leg up. Now, if you're comfortable here in cow pose, you want to stay here and take some deep breaths, you can. Or you can come into a new position with us and give it a shot. So we're going to bring our leg up. Doesn't matter which one, you can start on either side. And then we're going to keep our chest nice and high, lean a little bit into that left arm, bring our hand back, and meet our opposite leg. Now, if you don't feel flexible enough for this, you can always stay here with the one leg up. Or again, like I said, stay in our cow pose. Meet back into our cow pose here. All right, we're gonna go into our other side. So lean into that other leg, bring the opposite leg up. Now, each side might not feel the same, so feel it out. This side is definitely gonna be a little bit more difficult for me. Continue to breathe. Once that leg is up, bring the hand back, try to meet it with your hand. And open up our chest once you have found a comfortable position. Good, and coming back, arms down, leg comes down. We're gonna come into a little seal pose here. So coming down, letting our legs go nice and flat. Whew, feel a big stretch in our back. Pressing down into the floor and letting our chest just open up here. And let's make sure that after a complicated movement like the tiger pose, something that's a little bit more complex, that we're taking our breath afterwards. So deep breath in. Bring your hips back through. And I'm gonna have you come into a comfortable seated position here. Legs together. We're just sitting onto our heels right now. All right, from this position, we're gonna really open up our chest and bring it to the sky. We're gonna bring our right arm back, then our left arm. Not too far, just behind where our feet are. Once you've found a comfortable spot with your wrists and your hands, which I would advise turning back, which would probably be the most comfortable, and letting our chest come nice and high, become really big, and bringing our eyes to the sky. Good. Come back up to just our seated position. Maybe shake out those arms a little bit here. Now we're gonna come a little bit further back in our back bend pose here. So bring your hands a little bit further back. All right, and then from here, just relaxing into this stretch. Letting our body get nice and long. This time, just keeping our chest open, not worrying about pressing forward, just opening up. You can swivel from side to side like I am. Just feeling a nice stretch on both sides, both shoulders. And slowly walk those hands back in. Good. All right, guys. Once we're here, I'm gonna have us come back into our tabletop position. Maybe we're gonna turn our shoulders side to side, get in a nice little stretch. Bend our arms a little bit, feel some motion. All right. Next pose I'm gonna have you meet me in is the puppy pose. So unlike just our child's pose here, we're actually going to slide from our child's pose, bring our hands a little bit forward, and this is gonna be our puppy pose, allowing that hip to get a little bit higher. And just taking some deep breaths here, really opening up here along our shoulder. And just opening up our chest. Any kind of child's pose or puppy pose always just feels so relaxing. And that's part of this practice. Relaxing, taking some deep breaths in, getting in a good stretch. All right, guys, so from here, I'm gonna have us bring our bellies nice and flat to the floor. All right. Once we're here, take a second with our arms crossed over in front of our head and just letting our head rest for a second. Now take 2 more big deep breaths in with me. Good. We're going to unravel our hands here, and we're going to go into a bow pose. Now I want you to bring your legs up, and we're also going to here bring our arms up as high as we can. And hold into this position, pressing those feet to the sky, arms to the sky as well. And relaxing back down, head to our hands. Now that position is really pushing our tummy to the floor, creating this big arch in our back. It's a tough one to stay in, so come down in between at any time that we're doing it. I am gonna have us go back up, so stay in it as long as feels good for you, and then come down to a resting pose. Arms coming out and back up. And coming back down. Good, now walk your hands to your side. Now you're going to press back up. And one last time, we are gonna move our way from child's pose into our puppy pose here. Getting a little extra time in that puppy pose just because it feels so good. Guys, slowly inching our hands back. I'm gonna have us bring our left leg nice and straight, hands planted on the floor, and we're gonna bring our right leg through. Now, if you're familiar with a pigeon pose, you can go right into it. Otherwise, our focus is going to be bringing that leg in between here, bringing that opposite leg nice and straight, and letting that long leg, my left leg here, straighten out while I'm in more of a pretzel kind of position with my right leg. Now this foot can come as high as here if you're flexible enough, or it can stay more underneath your leg. Wherever you are today in your practice, that's where you need to be. I'm gonna bring my foot through a little bit more and focusing on staying right over where our foot is, not letting ourselves lean into that butt cheek. We're gonna stay right here over our foot. And if you feel good here and you wanna continue getting more of a stretch, you're gonna bring your elbows down. And you're gonna rest the head here if you'd like. Now staying in this position, I'm gonna have you bring your hands up and press our chest up towards the sky. Eyes nice and high. Alright guys, coming out of our pigeon pose, you can bring that long leg in, swipe that right leg underneath, and this time we're going to go into our opposite leg. So bring your other leg up, other leg stays nice and straight, and just move yourself down, staying over our foot, and coming down into whatever position is comfortable. We should be feeling a nice big stretch here in our hip, and in the inside as well here. Now, if you ever feel any type of pain or you feel any type of pulling, make sure that you back off it a little bit. Listen to your body. If it's feeling good and you're just feeling a nice stretch, continue to push it there. Every day is gonna feel a little bit different. Bring our hands up and getting nice and tall. Good, keeping our eyes to the sky, really keeping our chest open here. All right, guys, bring those legs through, getting into that tabletop position, and we are gonna come into a seated position. All right, now when we're here, if you like to stay in a pretzel position or in a butterfly, you can, right? So right now I'm in a butterfly position. I'm gonna do something a little bit new today. One leg staying in, and then as much as you are flexible, if you'd like to try this, you're gonna bring your other leg over. Now, depending on your flexibility, you might be able to bring this leg in a little bit more, flatten it out. You may only be here with me, and that is totally fine. Right, so we're a little wrapped up here today. All right, now we're gonna attempt our cow face pose. All right, so keeping our legs right here. I'm gonna have us bring our left arm back and around our back, bringing it up just as so. And then we're gonna bring our right arm here and try to meet it. Now, I'm not able to meet that hand on the other side, but I feel an incredible stretch here. So go as far as you can today, and know that in the future, the more that we do these stretches, the more flexible we're gonna become in these positions. Good, now you can unwind your arms. Legs can unravel as well. And we're gonna end in our yogi squat position today. Opening up the hips and making a nice tall chest one last time. All right, guys, so you're going to bring yourselves up onto your toes, right? So right now, I'm right up on those toes. Heels aren't down yet. Slowly bring those feet out as wide as you need to get a little bit of a flat foot. See, I've gotten pretty wide. I've got some wide hips. So keeping them wide here, flattening my heels down. And I'm going to hold my hands out in front of me and create a nice tall chest. Breathe here. If you're more comfortable staying in your butterfly position, you can stay there, or you can continue here in our yogi squat. Let's just take 5 finishing breaths here. One last breath here. Good. Great job here today, guys. We did a lot of new movements today, and we're continuing to get flexible, opening up our hearts today, opening up our shoulders, opening up our lives today. All right? See you guys in the next one. Oh gosh.